The shareholder event has just happened, and you can tell because I am leaving the event. If we look out the window, you will see it there. That is a factory. That's not proof of anything, but you'll have to take my word for it. Hey, check it out. John from TechGeek Tesla. He is here in the house. I mean, it's a car, but we'll consider it good enough. And my buddy Chris up front, who was the reason I was able to go. I was his +1. He made it happen. Appreciate the magic. So let's talk about takeaways. First, let's start with the shareholder vote on the initiatives. The board of directors all return. They were all reelected. Did you have any doubts?
I didn't. I really thought that was what was going to happen.
Absolutely.
And it turned out they got what they wanted.
The only people I've heard of who are displeased with the board are not shareholders. Then you've got some of the initiatives. Only one of them didn't pass. Number 12. I don't remember which one that is.
That's right.
Any surprises or consternation there?
Not really. I mean, I was just really happy that Elon got his equity in his pay package. I think he really deserves that. Now the goal is set very, very high for him on those. So he has to deliver in order to achieve what is set out in front of him. But I'm really excited, and it's an excellent opportunity for Tesla as a whole and for all the shareholders to be a part of this history.
So the thing is, the first 2017 comp plan passed at 73%. The revote passed at 72%, and this came in north of 75%.
That was incredible.
That's resounding.
That is absolutely, and I thought it would be close.
I didn't think it would be close. I didn't think it would be close because Elon got to vote this time. And so right there, you're already at 13%. Throw in the board of directors, you're probably at 15 to 18%. Throw me in, you're still at 15 to 18%. And who knows, maybe I was the entire 25% that voted no. Could you imagine? That would be weird. Okay, so then we've got some other things that were voted on, the non-compensation, non-board member ones. Any thoughts on those? The XAI advisory suggestion to buy some? Do you care?
A lot of those I didn't really care that much, to be honest. They don't affect me as a shareholder so much. I mean, I felt that they were fairly voted on. I mean, I was very happy that the board's recommendations kind of went through at the end of the meeting. They did have a lot of pre-recorded folks kind of talking about the proposals that were on the proxy, and I found it very satisfying that they got what they wanted.
Yes. Now, when it came to the Q&A, there was a lot more opportunity for excitement. What were your favorite questions? I mean, there were easy ones. Hey, can we get the app in a language other than English? To which the answer was, wait, it's not in English? It's only in English?
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I did enjoy that one.
I did not know. Any questions that really stuck out? Next year, Alexandra asked, can we make the venue bigger? Thoughts on that? Should it be bigger?
Absolutely. I love the idea of having it in a stadium. I mean, So many people feel left out, the shareholders that have a significant amount of money in the stock, and then they just can't come to these events.
Yeah, I agree. If Berkshire can do a big event, we're way sexier than Berkshire. I'll tell you that. No offense to all my Buffett heads, of which I'm sure there are 3. Any other ones that stuck out to you?
I'm trying to remember.
I am also trying to remember.
Some of the
Chris,
questions.
do you remember any of the other questions?
Yeah, I did remember some of the questions, but now that you mention it, it makes it hard for me to remember.
Yeah. Robovin. Elon said, yeah,
handicap for disabilities.
Not right now. Not right now. And some people heard that and said, oh, wow, 2027, 28. Do you hear that, or do you hear no? Because I'll tell you what I hear is it's not on the roadmap.
Yeah.
When we clear some food off our plate, we can consider putting something else on. But right now is not that time.
True. Yeah, that's kind of what I interpreted. I love the question about the future with the Roadster, and kind of is that technology going to make its way into the normal cars, the X, Y, S, etc.? And the answer was no. Just flat out no. So, I mean, that's really a testament to the incredible technology that we just have no idea about, that is probably coming from SpaceX, if I had to guess. A lot of it's probably coming from SpaceX.
I've got my theory. I hope you guys are all ready. The best way to make a 0 to 60 even faster, teleportation.
Cold gas.
There you go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, the cold gas, what I'd really like to see them do with that is make it stop on a dime. Because it's not the speed that kills you, it's the sudden deceleration at the very end. And the thing is, Bradford Ferguson from Rebellionaire looked at me during the event and he said, people don't understand. They don't know what we know. And I said, I've been telling them to subscribe, but they just won't do it. Guys, you're welcome too. It is free. And I do appreciate you sending me on these adventures, because I can't do it without your help. My phone is ringing. It's Herbert. He'll have to wait. Chip fab.
Yeah, that was fascinating. And all of the talk about AI 5 and AI 6 and so on. I mean, AI 5 is just going to be incredible. It sounds like Elon is living and breathing chip manufacturing and just the design and how everything's coming together. The fact that Tesla's going to get into that means semiconductor business. I mean, you think Taiwan, you think these leading companies and industries in markets where just historically it hasn't taken place in the United States, especially out of Texas. For that chip fab to come to that portion of the United States is huge. There is some semiconductor manufacturing out in California on the West Coast, but by and large it just doesn't really exist. And I know that for a fact due to robotics. A lot of my day job is related to robotics, and you need a high-speed SCARA robot to handle that chip fabrication process to be able to put the components on the PCB board very quickly. And the sales just aren't there when you compare it to other markets across the world. So the fact that they're going to bring that here, that's huge. That is really huge. And I'm sure a lot of the competition is taking note. They're looking at that as a threat.
So my question is, can they fab chips? Do they have the skill? Because we've seen limited success in battery fabrication, and batteries are easier than silicon chips. So what could it be a partnership more like the Gigafactory in Nevada, where they partner with NVIDIA or AMD or TSMC to co-own a facility rather than reinventing the wheel, which Elon does? The new ones are octagons.
Very
Very octagonal wheels.
Yeah, very true. I mean, to start from scratch on that, it requires massive investments. I mean, the machinery is extremely complex, and it needs to be super tiny. I mean, the scale at which these things are manufactured, the size of the chips and the board components is just extremely small. So to be able to create machinery like that from scratch, I don't see that happening. I see more of a partnership with other companies happening to be able to bring in machines, because the machines themselves are sufficient to make the chips. It's the design of the chips itself that really matters, and I think that's where Tesla sees themselves playing a big role.
So I am, of course, a bit skeptical on chip design. I think it's very difficult and complicated, and I think it's something that could eat up infinite money if you let it. And I don't know, I feel like we've learned from Dojo that they won't let it. They will cut their losses if they have to.
Right.
Any other big questions that came up? Herbert had one right at the end. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah. What was
Herbert's? Can they build a cyber bull at the factory? And
so I have to ask, what is a cyber bull? Is it like horns that you put on a cyber truck, or?
That's funny. No, the Cyber Bulls are a show that's on once a week, and they are Tesla bulls who are just online. So the cyber bulls would be like Alexandra Mertz, Jeff Lutz, Herbert Ong, and used to be Xander. I'm not sure who the fourth bull is now.
Okay.
But yeah, so pretty.
So are they going to put like a bull like they have in the New York Stock Exchange up front?
That would be, but a cyber design.
Yeah.
That would be very cool to have a Wall Street style bull. Yeah. So, okay. Any other takeaways from the event? By the way, the event was really well put together. I didn't notice there were Optimi standing on each side of the stage, and I didn't notice until I was seated that they were shifting.
Yeah, they were actually moving. They were standing there and moving back and forth. And the event was a good 2 hours, and they didn't have to go back to get recharged. So, I mean, they were standing all on their own. I don't think they had a platform where they were charging.
I don't think they were inductive charging. No, so what happened is the event starts, and then they after the vote is done and Elon came into his little victory dance, the robots just took to life. They just started dancing too. And
I was so
surprising.
focused on Elon's dancing. I didn't even see the robots dancing.
I think we'll see it better on the replay. A lot of these events are better on the replay. Yeah, I will have at least one more video about this coming out, you guys. Hey, do me a favor, would you? Head over to TechGeek Tesla. I'll put a link in the description. He does some fantastic work. He was one of the, I would say, pioneers of FSD test videos on Hardware 3. And now he has been put out to pasture. He is, we visit him sometimes on the farm. But,
there's still a lot of Hardware 3 owners out there. Represent, yeah. So,
Chris
speaking of FSD, the one thing that I got excited about was that we can text inside of our cars
by the end of next year.
Basically within a couple months. Yeah, he said basically within a couple months.
I hope so. I am cautiously optimistic, but more cautious than optimistic.
Elon likes to throw out these numbers,
yeah,
quantities that it'll happen this time or that time.
Yeah,
you gotta take that with a grain of salt.
Everything is gonna be solved in probably 2 weeks, but at worst, the end of next year. Forever. Okay, guys, what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? Leave it in the comments below, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the flippity flop.